परब्रह्म समारम्भाम् श्री दत्तात्रेय मध्यमाम् श्री दत्त स्वामी पर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। सर्वविश्वन्यस्तपादपद्मायते वामहस्तालोलवेदशास्त्रायते ज्ञानसूर्यायते दत्तरूपायते श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम् श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम् श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम्। गुरुदत्त श्रीदत्त प्रभुदत्त पाहि माम् विधिदत्त हरिदत्त हरदत्त रक्ष माम् पाहि मां दत्ता रक्ष मां दत्ता। Trailokya Gita, Chapter 7 Avatara Vyavahara Yogaha. Association of the knowledge of behavior of the Incarnation towards devotees. Trailokya uvacha Avatarodvayorvasti soyam katividho bhavet anasuyaka vaividhyam tasya jiveshu kidrisham. Miss Trailokya asked, O son of Anasuya, can an incarnation come from two roots? You told that Ramanuja is incarnation of God Vishnu and God Adishesha. Similarly, you told that Madhva is incarnation of God Brahma and God Vayu. How many types of incarnation exist? What will be the behavior of the incarnation towards souls in this world?
Shri Datta Swami uvacha Bhakti Rupe Sudha Putre Trailokye Shrunumangurum Gunayeva Punarjanma Jivo Gunamaya Khalu. Shri Datta Swami spoke, O Trailokya, daughter of Sudha and embodiment of devotion to God, you hear me, the preacher of spiritual knowledge. When a soul takes the rebirth, the same qualities of the soul with some modifications reappear because the soul means a bundle of qualities only. Avatarah punarjanma drushyante hi gunah punah nohya vibhutayo dharmaihi avataro vagamyate. The incarnation is also the rebirth of mediated God Datta, and the qualities of God Datta appear again in the new birth as in the previous birth with some modifications. Along with the qualities, the unimaginable miraculous power also appears, based on which the incarnation is recognized as God Datta. Dattavatara Vijnanam Vibhuti Gunato Mayi Na Shiksha Me Shata Grandha Karta Balye Vido Viduhu. The recognition of incarnation of God Datta happened in my own case. After my birth, as a child of 7 years, I started writing books on spiritual knowledge in Sanskrit, telling spontaneous poetry in Sanskrit, and by 16 years I wrote 100 books. I did not study Sanskrit from anybody. The quality of spiritual knowledge belongs to God Datta, and writing so many books in Sanskrit in the childhood itself is the miraculous power of God Datta. Based on this quality associated with miraculous power, scholars decided me as the incarnation of God Datta. Gunantaraya samyogaha sheshasheshi harehe nityashayyadubandhena sasesha harimishhramaha. An incarnation can get a mixed source if some other quality is also to be expressed. Adisesha is always associated with the body of God Vishnu like a limb of the body. While God Vishnu incarnated as Ramanuja, Adisesha also joined, so that Ramanuja declared that the soul is a part or limb of the body of God. The word Sesha itself means a part or limb, and the word Seshi means the whole containing all the limbs. Ramanuja stressed on this Sesha, that is limb, and Seshi, whole, relationship between God and soul. Hence, Ramanuja is a mixed incarnation of God Vishnu and God Adisesha. Brahma Madhve Marutseva Pradhanyat Veda Bhashitat Vayuna Milito Dasye Shankaro Jnana Kevalaha. When God Brahma created all the living beings, he needed an important servant who can make every living being alive, and such important servant is God Vayu, air. The service of the air is said to be strong service, praised as strength of God by the Veda. Vatat Vishnur Balamaho. Hence, when God Brahma incarnated as Madhva, he brought his strongest servant air along with him, and Madhva stressed master-servant relationship between God and soul. In the case of Shankara, God Shiva incarnated himself alone, and hence knowledge was given importance because God Shiva is related to knowledge. Jnanam Maheshwaradichet. And hence Shankara told that the soul is God because he is the God descended as soul. Kalamsha Vesha Purnahi Krishna Purnatamah Khalu Vibhago Vyakta Shaktyaiva Dhruta Shakti Samasame. The incarnations are of four types. Incarnation of a ray, like Vyasa. Incarnation of a part, like Kapila. Incarnation of charged, like Parashurama. And complete incarnation like Rama. Krishna is said to be the most greatest incarnation. Here all the incarnations contain the same unimaginable God and hence the same unimaginable power qualitatively as well as quantitatively. The difference is only in the extent of expressed power as per the requirement of the program. Hence all incarnations are to be respected equally. Taijasam taijasanam tu manusyanam cha manusham vyavaharas samavrutta samopadhi samochitaha. The energetic incarnation is relevant to the energetic beings present in the upper worlds, whereas human incarnation is relevant to humanity on the earth. The behavior of the energetic or human incarnation will be appropriate to the behavior of surrounding energetic or human beings respectively. Ādau vibhūtayo vyaktāh जीवाकर्षणतो न चेत् ज्ञानं श्रोतुं न कोऽप्याप्तः कलौ मुख्यं विशेषतः. In the beginning stage of the incarnation, miraculous powers are expressed in order to attract the human beings as initial step to solve the starting problem. If this is not done, nobody approaches human incarnation to receive spiritual knowledge from him. Especially in this Kali age, due to the rapid fall of spiritual standards, this initial step is very important. Ahanta matsaragrasat thratum jivan mahabalat vyanakti jatunatmanam swayanchanubhavagraha. The ego and jealousy are very strong, which grasp all the souls in no time. In order to protect the surrounding souls from such danger, the incarnation never reveals its identity with its own mouth. The incarnation shall be recognized by the souls through their personal experience only. Jetaro jagatam drushta bahava shishya vittame ahankarasthamatsarya jeta drushto nahi kvachit. O most enlightened soul of disciples, several people are seen who have won this world, but not a single person is seen anywhere who has conquered the ego-based jealousy. Vibhūtibhirahantersya vishta bhakta amatsaraha tasam khyati radho nita daityerno hyatta vistaraihi. If miracles are exhibited by the contemporary human incarnation, immediately ego-based jealousy attacks the surrounding devotees. Therefore, the status of miracles is lowered by God so that the surrounding devotees will not become jealous of the human form of God. The reason is that the devilish people propagate the unimaginable power of God through exhibition of miraculous powers, and this was allowed by God due to the propagation of this merit of the existence of unimaginable God threatening sinners. Actually, devilish people did not get these miraculous powers for the sake of this said meritorious work. They got these miraculous powers to exhibit their ego in this world. But this wrong thing is used for a merit by God. Since miracles are exhibited by demons also, the status of miracles is very much lowered, so that even the human incarnation exhibiting miracles is looked down and is not considered as divine. Treating the miracles of incarnation also as demonic exhibition, the devotees are not caring for the divinity of human incarnation. Thereby, their ego-based jealousy towards incarnation is pacified. आदौ द्विदुरुक्षवः पश्चात् ईर्ष्याहन्तासुरीमतेः सह्योऽधिकतरो नान्यः सह्योऽधिकतमः कथम्. First, people want to see the miracles as a proof of divinity. When the miracles are exhibited, people become jealous about the greatness of the incarnation, and this jealousy is pacified by neglecting the miracles as a demonic quality. People can't tolerate the neighbor human being if it is greater than them. When greater is not tolerated, how the greatest human incarnation can be tolerated? व्यक्ता उभौ क्लेशौ विना क्लेशमुभौ कृतौ एवं तौल्यस्थितिः क्लिष्टा व्यवहारेऽस्य सर्वदा. If miracles are exhibited, it is a problem. If miracles are not exhibited, it is another problem. The behavior of contemporary human incarnation in this world is always very much complicated, and a balanced state has to be maintained by the incarnation. प्रदर्शितासु चोद्विग्नाः न चेदवज्ञयाच्युताः स्थूलोन्मादो न वाह्यश्च न नेयस्वपदाशिषुः. If miracles are exhibited, the surrounding devotees will be excited with high tension, since the proof of God is perfectly given. In this state of excitation, devotees can't ask questions freely. If miracles are not exhibited, the devotees neglect the human incarnation, thinking that the incapable incarnation is only an ordinary human being. A boy is very stout and we can't carry him on our shoulders. At the same time, the same boy is also mad and can't be guided in making him to walk on his own feet. Similarly, the human devotee can neither be carried on nor can be guided to walk all the way. Advaitam Jnana Bhakti Balakramat Ahante Irshya Balachaiva vivrunotyavataravān. The incarnation reveals about itself as per the absorption capacity of the disciple, which is as per the extent of ego and jealousy. If the ego-based jealousy is in least state and the maturity of knowledge and devotion is in highest state, it can say that it is God. If ego and jealousy and knowledge and devotion are in middle state, it can say that it is the Son of God or part of God. If the ego and jealousy are in highest state and the knowledge and devotion are in least state, it says that it is the messenger of God. As per the strength and weakness of these four items, ego, jealousy, knowledge and devotion, the incarnation uses monism, intermediate state of Ramanuja and dualism in expressing about itself. Mishrame drugdrishya hanirnonnatayorbhavet yadva parikshitau bhaktyam nichastat-pratyayodhrutaha. When there is mixture of various levels of devotees, the incarnation expresses itself as messenger of God only to satisfy the lowest level devotees. In that case, the lowest level gets satisfied and hears the knowledge of God, treating the incarnation just as a postman like messenger. In this way, the lowest level absorbs the divine knowledge due to its respect to God, even though it neglects the incarnation as an ordinary human being. In such a situation, the higher and highest levels will not believe the words of incarnation about its status, since they were already fixed in the higher and highest places of incarnation. Sometimes both these higher and highest levels doubt the incarnation, thereby they were tested regarding their faith. In this way, the incarnation correlates all the levels of disciples. Unnataha bhavirogasya shamayadhama drugvashaha purassarvajñavatshalyat pragaushadha pradanavat. Sometimes the incarnation tells even the higher and highest types of disciples also that it is only the messenger of God and not God. The disciples get confused by this behavior, thinking that God is creating illusion or testing their faith. Both these assumptions are not correct. The actual fact is that God, being omniscient, knows that in future shortly, due to very powerful ego-based jealousy, these higher and highest devotees are going to be trapped by the disease called ego-based jealousy, and presentation of the incarnation at the lowest level by itself will act as advanced vaccination to prevent the future disease. The Incarnation speaks like this due to its love on devotees. Asha bandhachutirgamya vibhutestu pratipadhi adau nanyagater vyakta kathanchit samyamah param. The aim of the Incarnation is to lead the devotees into correct spiritual path, which is development of devotion to God without aspiration for any worldly fruit in return, due to which the worldly bonds are spontaneously dropped, like drinking coffee is dropped naturally by drinking the divine nectar. The aim of the Incarnation is not to project itself with ego by exhibiting miraculous powers like a demon. These miracles impress the minds of the devotees very well, but shortly divert their minds to aspire for some solution in their worldly problems, and by this strengthen the worldly bonds more and more. Hence, miracles result in diverting the devotees to exactly opposite side of the spiritual aim. Hence, the Incarnation always controls its miraculous power as far as possible. In the beginning, to overcome the starting trouble, miracles are inevitable, but in course of time, as far as possible, control is followed by the Incarnation. Jnana prema surya chandra madhya sanjhavatarataha chakshurarma yugacheda shastra vaidya hitam vrajet. From the contemporary human Incarnation, which is like the twilight between sun-like knowledge and moon-like love to devotees, the devotee shall get the beneficial favor of surgery of ego and jealousy, like two cataracts in the two eyes, so that the devotee can see the true spiritual path clearly. Iti Trailokya Gītāyām Avatara Vyavahara Yogo Nama Saptamadhyāyah. Like this, in Trailokya Gita, the 7th chapter called Association of the Knowledge of Behavior of the Incarnation towards devotees is completed.
Udvegarahita Santosharahita Shanti Samudra Shri Datta Shanti Samudra Shri Datta Shanti Samudra Shri Datta Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi.
Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that propagating divine spiritual knowledge pleases the Lord greatly. Jnana yajnena tenaham ishtasyamiti me matihi. Spiritual knowledge brings about permanent peace and harmony in the world. So join us in sharing this divine knowledge of Lord Datta and earn the highest grace of God. For more spiritual videos, visit our YouTube channel, Shri Datta Swami. For more discourses on true spiritual knowledge, visit the website www.universal-spirituality.org.